You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and Beautiful fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early edition spoilers. These are for Monday, March 18th through Friday, March 22nd next week. There is so much going on. We have a proposal in the works that's going to be epic. We've got actually two people ready to crack for two different reasons. I suspect it's going to be a really hot week. If you haven't, though, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. And now let's jump right into this. As I always do with the early editions, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what's happening the rest of this week to set you up for next week and give you all the context and that stuff. So as of now, you probably haven't seen Wednesday, March 13th through Friday, March 15th, if you're listening to this video the day it comes out. So let's start with Wednesday. On the 13th, Hope Logan is very worried about her father. I think Hope is being very empathetic to the people who cared about Sheila. Hope is not deluded. She knows Sheila was a nine-toed monster, but she can still feel empathy for people feeling her loss because of her slaying. I think that's a decent emotion to feel, but the Forresters seem to be missing a sensitivity chip. Ridge does not think anybody has the right to mourn her. Neither does Thomas. Really, Steffy doesn't, although she's trying, I think, to pay some lip service to her husband's grief, even though she doesn't understand it. But Hope is full of sympathy. She's worried about Deacon. He is grieving. His emotions are spiraling. I know he wants answers. He doesn't understand why Sheila was even over there. I still don't think it was Sheila. We'll see how it goes. And at the same time that Hope is really worried about Deacon, Thomas is really focused on how Steffy is doing after all of this. And I wonder if she's going to tell him about Finn's freak out, because Finn continues to freak out on Wednesday. He is seeing this extreme and exaggerated form of her slaying with like multiple stab wounds, her crying for help, just a whole scenario that didn't happen the way it happened. And he's hearing noises, and those noises have me really wondering what's going on. But he continues to see his dead mom, Sheila Carter. Thursday, March 14th, we've got scenes with Bill Spencer and Luna Nozawa. I think he had gotten himself all psyched up about being her daddy, and even though he's not, he's still going to act that way. Bill never got to have a daughter. This is weird. Anyway, he's going to talk to her about parent-child relationships and sometimes how it can be difficult between you, but it doesn't mean you don't love each other. Luna is very frustrated about her mom's drugs that she left lying around that she accidentally took. And I still don't think she wants to talk to her mother very much at all. Speaking of mothers, Hope Logan spends some time talking to hers on Thursday. She talks to Brooke Logan. She is trying to get her to change her perception about Thomas Forrester. I think she would do just as well teaching Brooke Logan to fly. I think those are equally likely activities to happen. So Hope is going to tell her how much Thomas cares about her, how much he's committed to her, how much he loves her. And the problem is, I think the more that Hope says like this, what Brooke hears is he's obsessed, he's fixated, he's getting more fixated by the day, he's unhinged. That's what she hears in her head when Hope is talking about love and commitment. That takes us to Friday, March 15th, and we have more Bill and Luna scenes. He tells her if she ever cannot talk to her mom, Poppy Nozawa, that she can come to him. So I wonder if late next week or late this week or into the following week, if she actually unloads on him, unburdens herself, tells him the truth. And I hope so. And I think his reaction is going to be interesting. Ridge tells Thomas, be bold. Show Hope just how much you love her. Make a big grand gesture. Ridge is a big fan of grand gestures, like, flying to Aspen to tell Taylor he wants to be with her without bothering to break up with his wife first. grand gestures like that. Ridge is the king of it. I mean, he has done some really good proposals. I will give him that. I just don't think he understands the difference there, because Ridge a lot of times is with somebody else when he's making these grand gestures. All right. So Thomas decides he's going to design a spectacular gown for Hope. I'm guessing probably a wedding gown. And, they did have a wedding before. I believe it was annulled. That was back when he was gaslighting her, but this is the real deal. I know there's a huge faction of fans out there who are never thopers, who don't want to see this happening, but, I don't know, get ready with your finger on the fast forward button, because it's happening, people. All right, now let's talk about what's coming next week, March 18th through the 22nd. Thomas is going to do one huge grand gesture, last ditch, big proposal. It may start on Friday, depending on when that gown is done, or it may be into the following week. He wants Hope to be his bride. This is supposed to be a last proposal, the last chance. And it says it changes things for everyone. That's what the official March spoilers say. So I am leaning very strongly towards thinking that Hope says yes. And then Brooke's head explodes. She is going to lose it. She already hates the fact that Hope has that ring on a chain, but if she sees it on Hope's finger, oh my gosh, I cannot even imagine. That lemon sucking face that Brooke had this week when Ridge mentioned them is going to be nothing. Her head might cave in on itself. Speaking of people ready to lose it, Luna is ready to crack. I think she needs someone to confide in about what happened with Zende, who doesn't have any skin in the game. So I think that's why she might tell Bill what happened. I'm just interested in his response. Will he tell her to lie? I mean, he's not a big truth teller himself. Or maybe he'll tell her to come clean because he knows that'll result in a breakup, and he may not want his pseudo daughter to be with dressmaker Junior. We'll see how it goes. RJ is increasingly worried about Luna. Zende continues to be haunted. Heck, he might come clean before she does because he is feeling so icky and weird about this. Speaking of icky and weird, Finn is tormented. He keeps on seeing Sheila while awake, while asleep. He cannot escape it. Is there a chance these visions are real? Maybe the ones while he's awake, so watch closely. Steffy is increasingly worried about Finn, but she's got a chorus of haters speaking in her ear, Thomas, Ridge, and Liam, who basically tell her that he has no right to his feelings. They think Steffy is allowed to have feelings about this, but their attitude towards Finn is very caveman. He needs to man up. He needs to do this and that. Finn is entitled to his feelings. Everybody is, even if those feelings are about Sheila Carter. I mean, you feel what you feel, right? But Liam is there waiting in the wings, just hoping he's going to fail. But based on at least the most recent conversations between Steffy and Finn, she seems very happy in her marriage, very committed to her husband. So I don't know if they are going to put her back with Liam. They're going to have something really extreme happen to be the catalyst, because right now I'm just not seeing it, other than seeing Liam's desperation. Those are all of our early edition spoilers. Please click subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely come back soon. We're here 7 days a week. Please drop your comments. I love reading your comments. I don't always have time to reply, but I do love reading them. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.